So you're into building communities and you would love to soak up some wisdom about niching down, or not, cutting lucrative deals with influencers and building online courses. Well, let me tell you, there was some serious wisdom flying about the place during the live Zoom call that launched the Skool Games for March 2024. Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozi, Skool's co-owners and ludicrously successful entrepreneurs, regaled the community with lethal pro tips about building communities and courses, both of which you can do under the same roof, thanks to the awesomeness of Skool. During the next few minutes, you'll learn the following from Alex and Sam: whether you should niche down or go broad when deciding on the topic of your community and who you're aiming to help. Why you don't actually need to spend ages making a full video course in 2024. Why it can actually be better to take 10% of a community's revenue than 90%. And at the very end of the video, I will reveal at what age Alex Hormozi had his first kiss. All of these nuggets can be applied to any online community platform, but in my opinion, Skool has become by far the best. Before we dive headlong into the wisdom and the Zoom call highlights, let me make sure that you know that the Skool Games are a massively exciting competition for Skool community owners. At the end of each month, the owners with the top 10 highest monthly recurring revenue get to fly off to Las Vegas to meet Alex Hormozi for a whole day of celebratory chat. Pretty damn exciting then. I'll also be talking about the Skool Games more on this channel, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Let's hear Alex talking about his thoughts on whether a new Skool community owner should start niche or go broad.
As the world has gone remote, the desire for community has never been stronger. And as we get more and more interconnected, the ability to niche down into hyper niches that are super active has never been easier. So if you're like, I'm a vegan mom powerlifter, 20 years ago, you'd have a really hard time trying to have a meetup with vegan mom powerlifters. But nowadays, all vegan mom powerlifters like the same stuff, they talk the same lingo, and they have the same issues. And all of them sharing together provides like huge amounts of value if you are a vegan mom powerlifter or want to become one. Huge opportunity right now for in terms of like consolidating the marketplace of like all like these pools need to exist and the people are out there, and all you have to do is fly the flag and bring them in. And I like that because you don't need to be the best vegan mom powerlifter to talk about vegan mom powerlifting and provide value to other vegan mom powerlifters, which is what makes this entire thing so exciting. I think one of the big fallacies of starting out is thinking that you're going to get the perfect pick, when it's just not true at all. Like, you think that when you plan it, you're going to plan it out perfectly, and that's just so far from the truth. It assumes that you know all variables, which of course you don't. And so it's way more about approximating a direction, just being directionally correct, which if you know that you can help creators, awesome, you start moving in that direction. I would say if you've only helped YouTubers and that's the only thing you know how to do, start with them. And you can always go broader. Like, that's the thing. It's like, if you've helped YouTubers and then you like help 20 or 100 of them, because what happens is if you start niche, there's somebody who is an Instagrammer who will like your stuff enough to be like, I know this is for YouTubers, I'll try it. And then usually those people tend to be more enterprising, more creative, and then they will be successful. Then you can interview them, use them as a case study, and then you can start broadening out. But I prefer to go narrow than broad, not broad than narrow. Actually, you really never go broad than narrow. You pretty much always start narrow and then go broader.
And I will say that you don't need as many people as you think, like in a community. If you just have 10 people that are actually engaged, it's way better than having thousands that are random. It's like a party or a group of friends or even a company culture, right? It's the tightness that matters the most, the relationships, not the number. And you get that kind of intimacy when you start narrow too.
That totally makes sense, doesn't it, when applied to a community in particular, because it's a lot easier to welcome in new people who didn't previously qualify than say to existing members, actually, this group isn't for you anymore. Bye. Next up, Alex and Sam's thoughts on making video courses in 2024, or maybe not making them.
We think that communities should be about the content that's created inside, less than just like lecture videos, right? The content is coming from the members. The questions are coming from the members. And then the training is essentially a curation of member stories. It's like pure community instead of just like lecturing in front of a camera at people. And so we're kind of piloting this feature, and this feature will be rolled out to people soon where you guys can do this kind of thing in your community too.
One of the coolest things that I think Skool does is to further what Sam's talking about. Like, when people in your community make posts that are valuable, or that you sometimes make a really valuable post and you find out it's valuable because people like lose their minds over it, there's tons of comments or tons of engagement, you can just slide that over underneath a video or a module that you have in your trainings. And so these two, when I originally posted them, that wasn't like that wasn't the intention, but then people obviously took, got a lot of value from those. And so we just put those right underneath. And so I think one of the other nice things with Skool is that it's breaking some of the concept of like, you have to be on video to provide value. Both of those posts were just, it was an image with text. And, transparently for me, I'm more of a reader if I can manage it. And a lot of people are too. And so if you prefer writing, and like you can consolidate your thoughts a lot better than just kind of like rambling or whatever, you don't want to be on camera. You can provide value this way too. Right. And so like, you don't have to make a video course. Like you can just have like an instruction manual for how to do whatever it is that you want, or to show images. Like there's a lot more creativity. Like we want to break that mold of like, everybody has to have a video course.
Yeah, everyone believes they've got to like do 6 months of professional video recording before they can release their thing. Like you can just start it, get people in, let the content evolve naturally, and then curate the best of it in the course. And it will be a better course than if you sat down and just tried to record 6 months of content. It's also way more fun. And people always ask about, how can I get my members to be engaged in my community? Well, when you lecture to someone, like just imagine it in real life, if someone sat across from you and you just spoke at them for 6 hours, and then you would ask, well, why aren't you talking? Well, because you just were lecturing me for 6 fucking hours. So ask them questions, let them be a part of the process, let them contribute, and you will get your engagement and you'll get your content forming naturally. That training is way more interesting to go through as a user. It's way more enjoyable to create as a builder or creator. And I think that's where this is going. It's like crowdsourcing content instead of just lecturing. I think if you see what we're doing in the Skool Games, it's exactly that. We're trying to lead by example. We started with very little training and we let it just kind of come from people, and we put the spotlight on the members.
Harness the community rather than trying to be penalized by it. If someone in the community is better at something than you, then use that to provide value rather than trying to pretend.
I think that's really interesting stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this new feature on the Skool platform is that Sam's talking about, and how it's going to help us put together a course in a completely different and, as he says, curated kind of way. Watch this space. Why can it be better to take 10% of a community's revenue than 90? Take it away, Mr. Hormozi.
Maybe your objective for this month, if you're in the Skool Games, is maybe you just spend the month trying to get one influencer to partner with, and then you win in April. You just need one yes. And I'll just give you my 2 cents from a pro tips perspective. If you can get, because you'll have to negotiate some sort of split. If you get a 90-10 split where you get 90 and they get 10, and it's a bad influencer, they don't have a lot of audience, they don't have a lot of engagement, but you have more leverage because they don't have an audience, you will make less money than if you do 90-10 the other way with somebody who's mega. Also, they'll be far more incentivized to push the community. And so I would recommend not being greedy and really just trying to build the best community. And if that means finding the best person and having a smaller slice of a bigger pie, you will make more. That's just me giving you a very hard learned lesson that I've had to learn too many times. Getting greedy with a small pie is silly when you could just have a much bigger pie.
Yep, don't get greedy with ideally any pie. If you get greedy with a big pie, you'll just make yourself sick. I may have become confused and I'm thinking about real pies now. Anyway, let's hear the truth about Alex's first kiss straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. The first person to correctly guess how old Alex was when he had his first kiss won $1,000, which is pretty cool.
So, Hormozi, what is the answer?
6th grade. I was 12 years old.
Okay. Who's got this? Oh.
Rachel Fogel, wherever you are.
Mr. Eric Rodriguez.
Eric, congratulations.
Eric,
if you have any questions about Skool at all, then get down in the comments here and ask. For more vital information about Skool, you'll be wanting to click that. Enjoy and good day to you.